The dazzling Zozibini Tunzi has been crowned Miss South Africa 2019 as the iconic pageant proudly celebrated Women's Day with a glittering and star-studded event at the Sun Arena in the Times Square in Pretoria. Our producer Thapelo Mowela and cameraperson Scelo Mkhize attended the ceremony and filed this insert for us.
Congratulations as the newly crowned Miss SA. Tell us, how do you feel?
Sure, like I've been saying the whole night, it's insane. I still don't believe it. Maybe when I wake up tomorrow morning, that's when it will finally sink in. But I feel absolutely amazing. It's something I've been working towards for a very long time, and now that it's finally happening, it feels amazing.
I mean, who is Zozibini? We heard a bit about you on stage. Can you just elaborate more? Who are you, where you're from, and what did you study?
So I'm from a very small village, Yakutsolo, Esdwadweni in the Eastern Cape. I studied public relations at CPUT. I'm actually still doing my BTech right now, part-time, and working at Ogilvy at the same time. So I'm a working student who happened to find herself doing Miss South Africa, and so it's been quite a crazy balance, but I'm here now and ready to take on the job.
I think as an advocate for women and women rights, which do you stand for, and would you say you'll carry out through your reign as Miss South Africa?
If possible, every woman's right. We are really at a place in South Africa that's really horrible for women, and I just wish we could get to a place where women feel safe in their own homes, feel safe in the streets, and I would really advocate for any kind of women's rights, for them to feel safe once again in South Africa.
And one thing that stood up for me during the whole pageant this evening was your image and how you are true to yourself. I see that you're rocking the natural hair. Are you going to keep that image, or is it something that's going to change with time?
I'm definitely keeping the natural hair. I don't want to compromise it for anything. I've been like this for the past 2 years, and it's a decision that I took. And when I did, I was really scared before cutting my hair because, of not feeling beautiful after I did it, because, society has very, this is what I'm looking for. It's very confused when it comes to the term beauty. And so I was scared, but I decided to cut my hair anyways, and I was so amazed at the person that was looking back at me. I felt so beautiful doing it, and I just wanted to carry it out through into the competition, because you can be beautiful however you want to look.
I know as a Miss South Africa you need to probably give back to a charity organization. Which charity organization would you be focusing on?
Sure, you know what, I don't really have a charity at the top of my head right now, but it would definitely have to be children and education. I really want to focus my time on that, because I believe every South African child deserves to, have a quality education. I'm where I am today because I got an education, and that's where I really want to focus my time on.
And you'll be representing women on an everyday basis. What would you like them to take away from that?
Sure, I was just saying that I just wish women knew and understood that really it's our responsibility to just take over from where the women of 1956 left off. To continue breaking those barriers, to continue kicking those doors that have been closed to us for a very long time. And I really want them to know that we can actually do it. It's been done before, and the baton has been passed on to us, and we really, really need to keep pushing.
And we're celebrating 25 years of democracy in the country, obviously, and our youth is probably going through the most. What will you be bringing to the youth of South Africa? I know everyone is expecting Miss South Africa to probably bring change, which is, I'd say, probably a huge responsibility, but what will you be bringing or contributing to change the youth of South Africans?
The first thing I'd really hope to do is to instill hope. And I feel like I've really already started doing that, because coming into this competition, being from where I'm from, Esdwadweni, I've had so many inboxes from young girls from there, and even, men as well, telling me that they can't believe I've made it this far, and I hadn't even, won Miss South Africa yet. And that alone, has instilled a sense of hope into the villages that we come from. And I'm really hoping to expand on the platform to do, even more.
Have you always been a fan of Miss South Africa? Is it something that changed throughout the years as you grew older and older?
I've always been an absolute fan because of the women that came out of it. Bobasitsane Khumalo, Peggy Sue. You can just see the work that they're doing in South Africa now. And I always, speak about Bobasitsane, and I said she got crowned when I was very, very young, but we're still talking about her even now because of the change, that she inflicted. One of the first black women to, take the crown, and she did not stop there. She just continued, trailblazing. And these are the women that I've been looking up to, for most of my life. And so for me to be here is, an absolute pleasure.
And lastly, what would you like to be remembered for?
Sure, I want to be remembered as someone who tried, when it was difficult, someone who never gave up, and just that one person who was the last to leave the room because they refused to see change not being done. That's how I want to be remembered.
Thank you very much for making time to talk to us here on Wonderland.
Thank you so much. I love Morning Live. I've been watching it since I was a child, waking up and going to school, getting dressed. So this is absolutely amazing. It's a dream. Thank you so much for having me.